put them in for For some reason it works. I don't know why our Wi-Fi's been a bit iffy recently. I've noticed, and also I can't. It's not letting me cast to my TV anymore directly. I can use my Chromecast, but it won't let me cast directly on my TV. But anyway,
what does it say? There's an error, or does it just?
No, just doesn't pop up.
Because this morning, I had a problem. Only the TVs were popping up and not the Chromecasts. So I switched off the Chromecast, put it back on.
What might be, when maybe that rebooting the Wi-Fi that normally works anyway. Anyway.
Nothing's come up yet on my phone.
Yeah, it normally takes like a minute for it to come up, but it does say we're live. If this is working. Hello to this live stream. I've got a guest. Say hello, guest.
I am a guest.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it's just weird how it's not coming up. It does say live.
Yeah, I'll just keep checking everyone. Really.
No, it'll be on the homepage. It doesn't come up on videos normally. Just like on the homepage, it normally just says if it's happening live, and it's
yeah, very fresh YouTube.
I don't know. That's why I like to do it on my laptop. On my laptop, it just works. On here, on this app, because YouTube is a dick about things and doesn't let you officially live stream from your phone.
There we go.
But yeah. Okay. Oh, we've got a question already. What future Dalek sex do you want released? You know what? I'm going to ask you this question, actually.
Future Dalek sets?
Yeah, what future Dalek sets do you want released?
What ones that will actually have likely chances of getting released?
Well, are possible. The likelihood can be, like, up in the air. Like, I think, like, it would have to be something that, technically exists so they could repaint.
Maybe another, like, Dalek 4-pack. Like a re-release of Remembrance of Dalek set.
Well, they could technically do that in B&M. I think they would just spread it over two packs.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've said many times, is that... To be honest, really, I mean, they could do several for Remembrance. Like, they could do, really, if they wanted to, they could do 3. Although, saying that, we might be getting the Destroyed Imperial with Ace. It does say with Imperial.
Yeah, I would like
Though we don't... I'm reckoning it's probably going to be the Destroyed Imperial. I mean, if it's a standard Imperial, great.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it might be a Destroyed Imperial, might not be.
I don't know, I'm trying to remember sets that haven't been released.
Yeah, well, actually, I would like an accurate Destiny Dalek. Because neither release has had it perfectly accurate. The Suicide Bomber Dalek, which I don't know if they'll be able to call it that these days. I don't know, maybe. But if they did re-release that, I'd want it to have the kind of 80s eye that they've got with the 4 rings, because it should have that. But also have the correct gloss, because the original one had a chalky finish, a very matte finish. And then the Destiny set, the 4-pack, that had the glossy finish, but for some reason they gave it the eye stalks with the 5 rings.
Yeah. Maybe some comic book Daleks would be quite
nice.
That's
That's what I've been saying, like, because the whole thing is with the licensing, like, comic book Daleks, they must have the licensing for, because they released comic book Daleks before. So, probably we'll get maybe some more comic book Daleks, I don't know. But I think if we do, I think there'll be like a character online exclusive.
That would be nice.
They definitely have plans for something else.
Yeah, some more character online exclusives.
Yeah. Nice. I mean, when, don't know, but also finally the Jungles of Mechanus set, which you've got there, was finally sold out. So, are you glad you got 2?
Yeah, I wanted 2.
You wanted 2, you didn't... Was it, is it not a part of that thing, so maybe I should have gotten 3?
Nah, I think 4 is a nice amount for me, considering I don't have the collection that you do.
Well, on my birthday I'll have had 4 total. And there's always the temptation to like, ooh, one more, but nah.
And then there's the few out there who get 16.
Yes, there's 0.20 who got 16 and paid £400. Well, technically, you'll have 32 of them because there's 2 in each pack.
Yeah.
So you'll have an entire army like that. Well, I'll be honest. I mean, they aren't actually as accurate as people think.
No, but
I guess
considering
it's mainly just the paint.
Considering what we were hoping.
Yeah, it's mainly just the paint. I'm very surprised they didn't do a glossy finish. But yeah, but you've got a figure here that I actually don't have. Well, this version. Yeah, so my brother recently got this. How much did you pay for this?
£8.
Was that including delivery?
No, plus delivery.
So how much?
£12.
£12 total. And this is a 4th Doctor regeneration figure. Now, this is the US version, which has the standard Tom Baker head, which has weirdly got a blonde finish like the 13 Doctor set version, but I actually don't have this particular version. I've got the time capsule version, the original, and obviously I've got the one that was released with the TARDIS at B&M last year. But I actually don't have this variant. I mean, I'm not desperate for this variant, but you know, if I did come across it for say £12 the price you paid for it, boxed like this, then I probably would. But yeah, it's interesting. I do miss the diamond design, like.
Yeah, it's nice.
I do miss something I don't miss about these packagings, the clamshells that you have to basically break them open to open them.
Yeah.
Like,
I prefer the box.
Yeah, I prefer like the resealable boxes. You know, I mean, the B&M packaging may be the thinnest cardboard you've ever seen in your life, but at least you can still, you know, reseal it, put them back in the box, give them at least some protection.
Yeah.
Whereas this, essentially, you know, you can cut around the side, but once you've opened it, that's kind of it. That's kind of it with that. Yeah. What I'm going to do is actually turn down the screen brightness to like its minimum, just so I don't waste the battery, because this live stream sucks out the battery like you won't believe.
Nothing new so far.
Yeah, let's just check it's not lagging in it. There we go, some more comments have come up. I think Dalek Alpha with a metallic finish.
That would be nice.
Well,
I mean, I don't have Dalek Alpha to begin
No.
with.
The thing is, what would be nice, Dalek Alpha should technically actually have a 60s eye. Although it actually should be a slight yellowy tinge. So that would be nice. And technically, I think it has silver hemispheres, although it's hard to tell because it's inconsistent the way it's drawn in the comic.
Yeah.
But it would be a nice release of that. And, you know, technically, if they did do that with the 60s eye and the silver hemispheres, you'd be very, very close to, you know, a Peter Cushing movie Dalek.
Imagine a 13 Daleks box set. One from each Doctor era.
I mean, that would be like, yeah, but that would be at least £200.
Yeah. People would pay it though. People would pay it.
I think people would pay it, but I don't think everyone will be able to afford it.
Oh,
I mean, at least with the B&M sets, you know, you don't have to buy them all at once. So, in fact, you don't have to buy all of them. Because generally, with the bigger the set is, there's always going to be at least one figure that you're just like, I could do without, skip it. I mean, with these, it's more viable to army build.
Yeah.
I mean, because I remember being, you know, growing up, especially in my teens, like, saying, I still can't believe to this day I managed to get all them Davros sets as they came out for him, like, because they were £35 each.
Yeah.
And somehow I managed to get all of them. Apart from Emperor Davros, though, I managed to get him last year. God, bloody notifications. But I still managed to get all of them, but most people didn't. A lot behind the chance. Too expensive to get gloss. No, it's not too expensive to get a glossy finish.
No, I think they just decide.
No, it's not too expensive to get a glossy finish. It's literally just what type of paint they use. Like the Silver Nemesis Cybermen, they've got a glossy finish. In fact, the the B&M Daleks, the Daleks from the Dead Planet Daleks, they've got a glossy finish.
Very true.
A very, almost a metallic finish. So no, they can do that. It's not to do with cost. It's just
okay. I've got another question for you.
Yeah.
If you could have any character in figure, if you could have any character in figure form, who would it be?
Who said that?
Doctor Who fan 2004.
If I could have any Doctor Who figure in
2004 horror. That's a long name.
So if I could have any Doctor Who figure that doesn't. The thing is, just like, what figure would I want that doesn't already exist?
Yeah, it says any character in figure form.
Because the thing is, it's just like, what? Actually, you know what? I'm just having to think. I really like a Jamie. Although then again, that's a possibility.
Yeah,
it is a possibility. But I would really like a Jamie. I'm trying to think. Actually, I'm trying to think.
I've had a good idea of one.
Yeah.
A older looking Peter Davison from the Time Crash set.
Actually, that is a possibility because it would just be a new head sculpt, but I doubt that because they'd only really be able to do it the once. Use it the once. So, but with a Jamie, you could make probably a few variants. I'm trying to think of a monster that they could do. Because actually, something we still haven't had to this game, I doubt we'll ever get one, at least not an accurate one. A wheeling space Cyberman. I've never had that.
Or an Emperor Dalek in figure form.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, I was saying that there has been some really good customs, and the Egomos version is decent. But yeah, it would be nice to have an Emperor Dalek.
You want to do the next two questions?
Actually, what could you say yours would be?
Either old Peter Davison from
Yeah.
Crash or Emperor Dalek. Any one of the two, preferably the evil one.
Yeah, I know a lot of people want the comic book Emperor, but you're not a big fan.
Yeah,
of.
it actually says Golden Emperor Dalek there. Is that?
Oh yeah, that's from the
new series.
No, yeah, because you know the Dalek animated series I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Dalek Emperor. Well, I don't know if it's been confirmed as the Emperor Dalek, but there's a Dalek in that is basically a new series version of that. But yeah, I doubt character would do that. They might, but I doubt it. What would it be? Here's a check to explain.
I don't know.
Gussa CCV. Do you think you will get a does that say revolution?
Revelation.
No, it doesn't. It says revolution.
Look, it says revelation.
No, it doesn't.
Revelation.
Is it? Oh, right, okay. I don't know, I'm dyslexic. Well, we've had a revelation of the Dalek set.
Yeah.
I think they're talking about a re-release. Like, all I'll say is that as long as the B&M sets, the Dalek sets continue to be successful, and
the Cyber Warrior figure. I think by Revelation of the Daleks figure, I might mean the Glass Dalek.
Well, the Glass Dalek, as I said before, is technically slightly bigger than a regular Dalek. I don't think they'll do the Glass Dalek. They might do the... Because to be honest, if they did do it, then I don't know how different it would look from
I think he means
transport.
Revolution, but he's putting... I don't know why.
I don't know. It's just a bit... In terms of Revolution... Fuck that. Cyber... Oh, I know what he means by Cyber Warrior.
Is that not the big...
That's the Series 12 Cybermen with Jodie Whittaker.
Well,
You haven't seen that.
no, I'm
You still haven't seen it. Yeah, you took my advice. In terms of Cyber Warrior, the thing is, shall I tell you what I don't...
The Monster of Monsters has got it right. He does mean... I think he means Revolution.
Yeah. I thought that, because Revolution... Nah, I don't like the Chibnall Daleks. I don't like them.
Fair enough.
Like, they stray far too far away from the original design. Like, they look more like a knockoff. They look like a knockoff of a Dalek. Essentially, it looks like it literally would look like the actual figure looks. If that wasn't a character options figure, you'd swear, and it was just trying to be like a new series Dalek, you'd swear it was like a knockoff of one. In terms of Cyber Warrior, I like the Cyber Warrior helmets. I mean, I don't know why they call them Cyber Warriors; they're just Cybermen. But I like the helmet, but the rest of the body is basically the same as the previous design, except they've got bloody spikes on them.
We also never got a wooden Cyberman.
Well, we never got a 5-inch, Moffat era Cyberman. But I don't like the spikes on the Cyborg. I just like Cybermen would not put spikes on them because why would they? It's illogical to them. They're all about logic. So why would they put spikes on them?
He says, "You are too biased against the new series. I love the designs."
Am I biased against the new series? Well, it depends what you class it. I'm biased against the Jodie Whittaker era because I don't like it. Because I find it really... To be honest, generally I find there's two emotions I get with the Jodie Whittaker era. Boredom, which is about 70% of the time. And then just, annoyance.
I cringe a lot at gang.
Oh, God. No, it's
fam.
It's fam. Fam. Oh, God. There's a lot of cringy dialogue like that. Especially when I've forgotten it. Literally, one of the first lines she says in Series 12 is, "Oh, I've had an upgrade." When someone says, "Oh," I can't remember who it says. Says, "Oh, the doctor. I've read the file. The doctor's a man." And then she goes, "Oh, I've had an upgrade." Just like, you don't say that. You say you've had a regeneration. And it's just like, oh God, he wrote that just to be cringy, and just like to get internet SJW good boy points. And it's just like, oh God, so cringe. The thing is, I wasn't even angry. I was just cringing at dialogue like that. I was just like, ugh. Which is a shame, because there was legitimate improvements in Series 12, but then, I don't want to talk... that's it. We're not talking about the Jodie Whittaker era. I pretend it doesn't exist. That's how I get on with my life.
She's a good actor, but a bad doctor.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen her in anything else, so...
I watched Broadchurch briefly before, and she is good on that, but...
Well, I've never watched Broadchurch.
Doctor Who doesn't suit her style of acting.
Well, the writing doesn't help either, seriously, it really doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, for example, the actor, I don't know what that actor's name is, but the actress of Missy is
Michelle Gomez.
Yeah,
oh, Michelle Gomez
good.
Is really good. She's really good, and I've seen her in a few other things as well. Michelle Gomez, although a lot of the time during the Moffat era she wasn't really written as the Master, Big Finish, actually, she's written much better as the Master in Big Finish. Although sometimes they do have the Moffat, really cringy dialogue. But she's written a lot better in that than she was in the Moffat era. I think Moffat just wrote generic crazy person rather than the Master. Because the Master isn't just like the Master's insane, but, not in that sense. Like, at times I felt almost like he was trying to write a female Joker at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Do you think was the going Emperor amongst Like last guy, you mean Revolution. You're biased against the new series. I'm designed too woke. Oh, I hate that word woke. Listen, woke. Famgang, cringe. Dude, SJWs is sold 2017. Yeah, well, I'm an old man.
2017 is better than 2020.
I'm an old man. That is true. That is true. 2017. That is true. Like, although saying that this year has been a better year for figures.
Very true.
It has been a better because 27. What did we have in 2017? What did we have in 2017 figure release?
I don't know. I don't remember much figures past 2013 to now.
Actually, 2017 was actually a good year because we did get the Monks cassette. That Monks cassette with the Earthshock Cyberman, a new series on Town, which is weird, and then we had the Tomb Cyber Controller. So that one was good.
Wasn't that also when we first got the third Doctor and TARDIS?
No, that was the following year. That was 2018. But we did get the 12-inch RC new series Dalek. Which
in the new series, what is your favourite Cyberman episode?
Out of the new series?
Yes.
Well, actually, recently I actually rewatched Age of Steel and Rise of the Cybermen, the way around. But I actually watched that, and that actually, that's a pretty good story. That is a pretty good story. So the Cybermen haven't had a really very good track record in terms of the new series. I think the next Doctor's okay.
Doomsday was good for...
Yeah, although Doomsday...
But the Cybermen just got battered.
The Cybermen don't do a lot other than get killed.
Well, they're ghosts.
Yeah. Like, that's the problem with a lot of Cybermen stories, is that generally the Cybermen are kind of just like, you are being delegated to like a B tier villain until the main villain shows up. Like, I am sick of Cybermen stories where, they're just like the second villain, like they're not the main villain of the story.
I've forgotten what the name of it is. Closing Time. I enjoy it, but again, Cybermen aren't in it too much.
Cybermen have literally less than 5 minutes of screen time in that. Oh god, Closing Time, bloody hell, great. Oh god, James. I really hate James Cohen.
I quite like James Cohen.
I hate him as a person. Not although saying that, a lot of his roles he can be really irritating.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he is an arsehole in real life. He is an arsehole in real life. I'll be honest, like the only Cybermen stories where the Cybermen are like the only central villain. You've got Rise of the Cybermen, Age of Steel. You could argue the Next Doctor as well, and then you've got Closing Time, and then Nightmare and Silver. In fact, Nightmare and Silver is the last time we have a Cyberman story where the Cybermen are the main villain. Like, ever since then, they've been like the sub-tier villain. Actually, kind of. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, World Enough in Time, they got close with that. Mainly in part, in World Enough in Time, they were kind of the main sort of build up to it. But generally, they're very... I think the problem is, like, we need a cyber leader again.
Yeah.
Like, I will say something about this. The first part of the Series 12 finale is pretty good, because we have the guy who plays the lone Cyberman. It's clear he took a lot of influence from David Banks in his performance. I'm assuming he did, because we need something like that, like a cyber leader again, like David Banks, because stuff like that you need, because the Cybermen don't talk a lot now. No.
Andy J asks, would you ever make a joint channel?
A joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, smoke. I know what joint channel. Between who?
Us.
Us?
Yeah, it says joint channel together, so I'm guessing it means us.
Actually, I offered that to you once, actually.
Must have been a while ago, I don't remember.
Well, I think it's because moment. You actually, I remember. I think you wanted to do a gaming channel.
Yeah, that went out the window.
Yeah, that went out the window. I mean, if you want to, you can come on this channel anytime you like. But if you want to do a joint channel, then depending what it is, and yeah.
I don't know. Would you want to see more of me?
I mean, they haven't really seen you in a while.
No.
I mean, they saw you briefly a couple of times during Search for Doctor Who Memorabilia #3 when we went on holiday earlier. But
that was
other
just
than
got
that,
there in time as well. Before
I know, because Liverpool. Oh,
yeah, one of the worst. No?
Yeah. Also Sunderland. Sorry, Rob Ritchie. Although then again, Rob Ritchie doesn't go out that much, so you're probably fine, Rob Ritchie.
I have a question. How come you named your channel 6sek with a K, as sec is usually spelled with a C at the end?
Well, originally I was going to call my channel Sec with a C.
Mm.
However, that name was already taken, or wouldn't let us do it, basically. So I then decided to spell it with a K. It wouldn't let me do that, and then basically I decided, I'll put a number in front of it, and 6 is my favourite number. So
it's surprisingly catchy, considering.
So I just put the number 6 in front, and 6sek was born.
Andy J says we want more Nathan.
Yeah, well, you're a bit far away. Look, you're on the bottom corner.
Yeah, I'm sat there. There we go.
Yeah, you're sat in the bottom corner there.
He says that makes sense then. Fair enough. So I think we're caught up.
Yeah, actually something I'm surprised about. I'm surprised that they've made no announcements on the next B&M sex. Though I'm wondering if they're going to come out, if they actually are going to come out for Christmas. Because the thing is, I think if we don't get anything announced in October, then I think it's safe to assume they will be coming next year. Because normally they bring stuff like that out in February as the revised sets. They normally come out in February or early March, like the third Dr. TARDIS we got earlier this year and the revised Dr. Dalek set. So
I'll let you read out the next sentence.
What, the bottom one?
Yeah.
That's Reese. That's Reese. That is Reese. So you can. Oh, it's forcibly went sideways. Yeah, he wants to die, but he always wants to die, Nathan.
No, he says he wants this channel to die.
This channel to die. No, he doesn't. he might be getting what he wants.
COVID.
No.
Nah.
Wrong symptoms for COVID. Ugh. Actually, sometimes you have to close the video, reopen it, and then for the comments to...
No, there's nothing more.
No, just close the video entirely.
Well, it's been keeping up to date quite well, considering.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. You actually, you know what? Say your opinions on Fury from the Deep, actually. Because I said mine briefly last time, but...
Well, before that, we've got another... Who's the most successful brother? Well, considering I'm in full education still, it can't be me.
I mean, I don't have a job at the minute. So, neither of us. So, I mean, you don't have a YouTube channel.
No, I don't.
So, in terms of that, then...
Well, technically I do, but it's just nothing on it.
Yeah, but you don't upload, you're just, like, viewer only, so...
Yeah.
But in terms of... Neither of us have had any, like, success. So... Even in that regard. But yeah, what's your opinion on Fury?
Fury of the Deep was very good. I loved the story compared to... Considering it's not a well-known...
It is?
No, as in, like, not, like, the biggest creature. Like, it's never been redone again, like the Daleks or the...
Yeah, but it is it is well known.
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you, but for every other Doctor Who fan, Fury from the Deep is one of the old great classics. Missing classics.
Who is your favourite Doctor? Well, I know his.
Tom Baker. I
always like to pick one from each So I like to pick one from the new series.
My new series would be Peter Capaldi.
Mine new series is like joint David Tennant and Peter Capaldi. I
Okay.
like them both.
You actually cosplayed as David Tennant for when we went to saw the 50th at the cinema.
Yeah, well, it's probably one of the easiest too.
Well, yeah, I cosplayed as a season 12 Fourth Doctor. Who's your classic series though?
I would have to say Tom Baker. It's just entertaining to watch. Even if the story's bad, it's normally entertaining to watch him.
Yeah. What does it say? I can't.
Should I consider buying some Wallace and Gromit statues? Yes.
Yes, although the feathers is sold out.
Yeah, you can't get. So if you wanted the wrong trousers set, then.
I mean, you could try eBay, but.
Oh, I've seen them on eBay. £105 each.
Yeah. If you do want some of them Wallace and Gromit statue ornaments, whatever you call them, order them now. Order them now because
there's not a lot left.
Yeah, because they were limited. If you are happen to, I don't know if the Blackpool shop will have any left. Actually, the shop. Although then again, you'd have to pay to get into the Pleasure Beach just to get them. So at that rate, because they sold out the feathers in the shop anyway.
They only had 4 left when he got one. So
now they had 3.
Even better.
3. And to be honest, because they would have already been sold out when I got them. It's only because of COVID that, they were held off on them. We wouldn't even known about them unless it was in the shop. But anyway, what's the next question?
There's no other. It's just Reese being Reese in the chat. Well, from what I've heard of him, obviously you speak to him on much more on a regular basis than me.
Whenever he's on my channel, he's always a dickhead. And whenever you speak to him on a private call, he's still a dickhead. Though less so because then you actually are talking to him. Here's another question. .2 Fang 2004 horror. Is the movie Dalek 6sek's still in stock? No, it's sold out. It sold out last week.
There's one here.
That's one of my brothers.
The second one, the better one, because there's no paint mishaps.
Well, there's still that thing with the base where they came out of the moulding incorrectly.
Yeah, the base still has a bit, but in terms of like the other one's plunger was loose and then a bit of paint on the inside of the plunger. This one's much better. And no loose dome lights, which is a rarity. Seem to be with these ones. Any advice for grooming beards? Well, he doesn't. So.
I do that.
That's.
When I comb my hair, I comb the beard.
Yeah.
I wash it.
How long does it take?
I also wash it with conditioner as well and shampoo.
Pretty much, he has no advice. Just cut it whenever it arrives.
Well, the thing is, you can always tell how long I've had a job interview since. Is how long the beard is. The longer I do the Patrick Troughton method on basically the longer I've been out of work is the longer the beard is, because I shaved the beard for the interview. But yeah, we might actually, there's a possibility that we may be going back into lockdown, possibly here.
I've heard we are. Well, we're having a local lockdown.
Well, a sort of lockdown. We're having curfew. At the minute in Newcastle, the COVID went up. So, nothing that'll affect us majorly, but basically there's a curfew on pubs. You're not allowed to be in pubs between 10 and 5. So what?
No, I thought you were only allowed to be in between 10 and 5.
No, 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. And you're also not allowed. Also, you're not allowed to go out in groups of more than 6 people.
I don't think you're even meant to meet up with people. It's mainly family groups.
Yeah, but make exception. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really affect us.
Schools are still open, so.
I know. Schools are still open and people are still going to work, and that. And actually, something I would like to know. I've been debating this is what's the deal with cinemas? Because, like, do you have to wear a mask in the cinema? And, you'd obviously assume yes, but then again, the cinemas are still selling food, like popcorn and nachos and stuff, because we're going to see Death on the Nile next month.
I think it's... You take the mask off literally just to eat, and then you have to put it back on.
Yeah, but are people going to follow that? And because you're in the dark as well, so I don't know.
Well, I haven't been to the cinema since lockdown, so...
I don't know, I mean... Well, neither have I.
Well, I think the last thing I saw... Was it Joker?
What, last year?
What came out first, Joker or It Chapter 2?
It Chapter 2 came out first.
Okay, so it's Joker then.
Well, the last film I saw the Sonic movie at the cinema. I was one of the few people who saw the Sonic movie at the cinema because I saw that in February on the day it came out on Valentine's Day. I actually went and saw that. But you never got to see it at the cinema, did you?
What?
The Sonic movie.
No. I chose not to.
You chose not to?
I'm not a big fan of Sonic.
No, I saw it. I saw it and I enjoyed it.
I used to like Mario Kart, but that was literally one of the only games I had back on the 3DS.
I don't know how they're going to turn Mario into a movie, because they're doing that, but the thing is, Mario's like more of a blank slate. I mean, Sonic, I can understand, because he has a personality, but with Mario's more of a blank slate, so...
Who's the smartest brother, says Andy J.
Who's the
If it comes to technology, I'm not terrible, but he is just advanced. If it comes to, like, general knowledge, I say I'm probably better. Doctor Who knowledge, him.
Well, it depends what it is, because...
Anything you see on his channels, that's what his speciality.
I mean, it depends what it is, generally.
Yeah.
Generally.
Academic-wise...
Who's the better cook?
I would say me.
Actually, you know what? Actually, you're better at baking. But in terms of making and preparing meals, actually, I'm better. It just depends what it is, actually. I'm better at pasta meals and, like, cooking meats and stuff like that. Because that's just what I like, but you like baking. But I like preparing meals. Like, I make meals and stuff like that, so it just depends.
Reese has said that Nathan logic of selling classic Doctor Who stuff to buy classic Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah, you sold a lot.
I sell them at higher prices and then buy them when they get re-released at B&M for cheap.
Well, no, you sell them on eBay and then you put them up for bidding, and then whatever people bid is what you make. But yeah, you sold a lot of your classic Doctor Who collection.
Andy J says, then you're a terrible cook. We've seen your Dalek jelly.
Oh, that, yeah. The problem with that is that it wasn't designed for that, but B is that I put far too much fruit in it.
Yeah.
And
His
the problem
birthday coming up, though, I'm going to attempt to make
the Dalek cake.
If it turns out well, you might see it on his channel. I don't know.
I'm not a good baker, but I am good at cooking meats and pastas.
And the phone's gone off.
Like, you had my bolognese the other day, and you liked that.
Yeah. Do more cooking videos to prove your skills.
I mean, I'm making bolognese tonight. Although, I'm actually going to do it different this time. I'm going to do it in the slow cooker.
Yeah, his idea of cooking is sticking in the slow cooker.
Well, I'm going to put it in the slow cooker. Well, no, I'm putting it in the slow cooker this time, because I did it over the pan last time. The problem is, our frying pan, like, we need a wok, really, because... once you
We've got a wok.
A bigger wok.
No, have you not seen our massive wok that we've got?
No, I don't know where it is.
Okay, well I'll show you after this.
Because the thing is, once you put the mix in there, and then you put the sauce in, and then you put, your mushrooms and your other things in there, and then it just bloody overflows, so,
Maybe a Nathan and Ryan baking video.
Well, actually, we made that cake together for Livy's birthday not too long.
Yeah, we made a pink cake for our sister.
Yeah. So, which we followed out of like a 1970s or 1980s recipe book.
Yeah, that book is fallen to pieces. In fact, I've got a picture of one of the recipes for the cake.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Actually, I really want... You know what we need to make for my birthday? Fruit flan.
Fruit flan.
Which is dead easy to make. You just basically, I mean, you can buy the bases already made, but you can make them as well. And then you just add custard, gelatin over the top, and then you add fruit on top of that, and some cream if you want. And that's literally it. But because you used to be able to buy them from Morrison's, you can't buy them from Morrison's anymore, which is a shame. Is anything?
Nothing new. I'll refresh it just in case.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing.
No. Yeah. Although a lot of time you seem to, whatever I buy or whatever I'm into, you seem to copy me.
What do you mean?
Well, I think I influenced what stuff you were going to be into and buying.
Do you like Christmas? Is that a question?
Oh, tell them what I'm like at Christmas.
Right. He doesn't. To begin with, he doesn't stay in this house. Stays at the granny's.
Yeah, I look after Granny at Christmas.
And also because he wants to get up at 1 minute past midnight.
I open my presents at midnight. I can't wait.
He can't go to sleep because he gets too excited about Christmas.
Okay, I get more excited than literally. My mum said that I get more excited than little kids do. Would you say that is true?
Yes.
I just get so excited. Even though I know what, even though I know what the presents are, because I'm normally the one who has bought them and owed the money back for. Even though I know what each, in fact, I get more excited when I know what they are, because it's like I can't wait. I just like, yes, I gotta have them.
I'll have a lot of Doctor Who stuff this Christmas.
I'll have. I don't know what I'll have for Christmas actually, because I would like the Andrew Skilleter calendar. Though I don't know whether I'm getting that for birthday or Christmas, we'll have to see. But in terms of Doctor Who stuff, I don't know, it depends whether them B&M sets are released before or after Christmas.
SCP Animation says, Anti-Lightwave Dalek, do you think it shall be released again? I hope so.
Maybe, although I'm wondering whether that'll be in B&M or whether it'll be a Character Online exclusive. Because it could be either or. It could be either or, actually. But yeah, because I mean, generally, if it was a B&M release, then I imagine it will be released with the Supreme Dalek from Planet.
Mm.
I know a lot of people are desperate for that to be re-released. You sold yours recently.
My Supreme, yeah. Well, I'm hoping B&M.
Yeah, he sold his Planet Supreme.
I got 40 quid. So.
Well, I think I've got 2 Planet Supremes. I think. Yeah, I've got 2.
The problem is I was born in the wrong time for Doctor Who stuff.
No, you weren't.
I was 5 when most of the best Doctor Who stuff was brought out.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that you're not, like, being born in the wrong time. Okay, you were like, I wasn't that much older than you, but I take better care.
You're about always 5 or 6
I take better care of my Doctor Who stuff than you. Although, seeing that I did have an accident recently with 2 of my radio-controlled Daleks, I'll quickly tell the story. My 13-inch RC drone Dalek, Paradigm 1, and my Paradigm RC Supreme, they actually fell off my wardrobe recently.
And you could hear it.
Yeah, you could hear it. They fell off because I knocked my fan, because I was only half awake. And I knocked my fan backwards, and it banged against them, and it made them fall off. Thankfully, they're both okay. They both survived intact. The only problem is that the Supreme Dalek dome light, I couldn't find it. It had come off, and I found the other bit, the eyes and the guns, the eye and the dome lights that came off, but not the dome light for the Supreme. And I was tidying up.
One?
Yeah. And
does mine not have one still on it?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
but listen, it has a happy story. I was looking for it, and I was just like, after 2 days, I was like, ugh. And then my room was getting a bit hot, and I thought, oh, I'll turn on my fan. And I looked, and when I moved my fan, forward, I saw something drop to the bottom inside the fan. I was thinking, what's that? And it was the Supreme Dalek Dome light. It had somehow gotten caught inside the fan.
The monster of monsters says, if they do a HOTD set for Planet of the Daleks, maybe.
History of the Daleks set. Yeah. For Planet of the Daleks.
Yeah, maybe. That's what he's like replying to.
Yeah. I mean, they probably will. When they get. I mean, to be honest, if they do two History of the Daleks, if they do 4 a year, which they might. I don't know if they're doing 4 a year or depends when the next lot are going to be released. But they do 4 a year or even 2 a year. They will get onto it.
Or even more. More and more Daleks is just great.
Yeah. Because it's interesting when you get further down the line, because especially 80s you can have a lot more variants.
I hope they release some more Cybermen sets as well.
Yeah,
the
one disappointment this year so far is the only monster we've had is a Jadoon Trooper in the B&M sets, which, although saying that, there is going to be a Terror of the Zygon set. That's meant to be the second unit set from Terror of the Zygon. So I'm hoping we'll get another Zygon re-release, because I didn't get the 2016 Zygon re-release. I already had a Zygon thing, I was just like,
There's a question to me from Reese. Xbox Series X or PS5? Now, normally my decision is based on the price and who out of my friends actually has what console.
Yeah, it's basically...
Because I'm not a single-player gamer like Ryan is.
Yeah, well, I'm not a gamer.
No, but if you're going to play a game, it's normally single-player.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever played them. Have you ever played a multiplayer game? That's not with me.
That's not with you. Yes, actually. I used to do a few... I played a few Gmods online with people back in the day.
So, to be honest, I couldn't fully answer that right now because the prices are ridiculous.
It depends what your friends get.
Yeah.
I mean, the prices are the same for what one you're going to get, because you're going to get the disc drive version.
Yeah, and there's no way I'm paying the price that they are currently.
Yeah, and the thing is, people think, you're saving money by getting the digital-only version. Yeah, you save money up first on the physical console, but the thing is, you're going to spend more money because you're going to have to... Literally, the reason why physical games are cheaper, like the disc versions, is because more retailers sell them, so they have to compete with each other. And you can buy used games, and you can even share, like borrow a game off someone. Whereas online, if you're going digital only, where can you buy digital games for on an Xbox? The Xbox store.
Yeah.
The PlayStation store is the only where you can get games for the PlayStation digitally on that. So you're basically locked into them, so they decide the prices. Why would they charge less? That's why a lot of the time digital games are more expensive.
I'm just interested, using the chat, which ones would you get? Would you get the Xbox Series X or the PS5? Because I don't know, the people in the chat...
Oh, right.
I know what you would get.
Yeah. Well, I think most people generally get what they got last generation, because backwards compatibility is a big thing this time.
So unless they change or I get a modified PS5 controller, I can't have it like that.
Well, yeah, but they sell third-party ones, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Plus, there's that little dongle that'll allow you to use any. I mean, the PS5s are sold out, at the minute.
I know.
They sold out like in hours.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I'm not buying one deal. I'm waiting at least a year, unless there's like a limited edition one that is amazing.
Or unless Black Friday hits hard.
Yeah, Black Friday is literally like Black Friday is just over a week from the PS5 launching.
I'm guessing you already knew that Reese has a PS5.
Yeah, I know.
Good for you.
Yeah, I know, because I was searching for him.
Fair enough.
Actually, Black Friday is probably... I'm hoping by that point the B&M sets will have gone down in price, because I would like to get some more History of the Dark sets. If they're still... Actually, saying that, a lot of them are... well, I've been going to B&M recently, there's been less and less of the History of the Dark sets.
Mm.
Actually, did you ask Mr. Scott whether He wants me to get
No,
them.
I didn't have them from when he said he wanted
Right. That B&M we went to the other day, they had loads of tire sets. So they didn't have any history of the dance sets. Yeah, they are definitely by far the most popular this time around. But
so when does the PS5 actually fully get
19th,
released?
19th of November.
Okay. So Christmas
Yeah.
time.
No, well, month
What?
before Christmas.
Yeah, but that's when people sometimes start properly getting in the Christmas presents.
I mean, if you did desperately want one, you could queue outside a store.
No.
Maybe they might have a few, I don't know. Yeah. Just, I want it more for the 4K Blu-ray drive at the minute more than anything else.
Yeah, I don't have one.
I love seeing that I just rip my 4K Blu-rays anyway. So, meh. Excuse me. Oh, it's all that bloody dust. There's a lot of dust in my room. Because I was away from my room for about nearly 6 months. This year, 'cause I was living with my granny for nearly 6 months, and that time the dust has bloody built up in that room. Like hell. Oof. But, yeah.
Nothing new currently.
You want to close it and open it? God, our Wi-Fi is slow at the minute.
Nope. No.
Yeah, except Nathan, you probably don't have a 4K Blu-ray player.
No, I do not.
No, you don't. No.
I do have 4K Blu-rays, but
You have 4K Blues, but nothing
Not-
to play them
not-
on. No. Yeah, you don't have one. I technically don't have one.
Sort
Sort of.
of. You cheat the system.
I've got a 4K Blu-ray drive for an external one for my laptop, but not a general player. No. Yeah. Anything you want to say actually?
Oh.
Hmm?
Hasn't his Xbox One
No.
does not have 4K.
Well, the Fat doesn't.
No, the one I have does not.
Yeah, the Fat model doesn't, but the S, the 1S and the 1X do.
Plus, I don't have a 4K TV in my room anyway.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be a point. I do. And we're doing in the living room.
Anyone interested? I have the Forza Motorsport Xbox.
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll get back to in some way. Tell you what though, Forbidden Planet. Like when we went to them Forbidden Planets, it's just sad looking in Forbidden Planet.
Decaying.
Yeah. When you're looking for Forbidden Planet now, it's just most of the. I'm not sure. Most of the shop is
comics.
Well, it's comic, but also bloody pop vinyls. Loads of them that no one's bloody buying.
You still play? Oh,
What?
One of my friends.
One of your friends?
Yeah, Ellis. I do not play FIFA currently. I'm waiting for the new one.
I don't play it ever. Because I don't play sports games. I don't play many games. But, I will say though, the new Five Nights at Freddy's game is coming out on consoles, but only on PS4 and PS5. And on PC, obviously, but... Yeah, is there anything you want to say, show them?
Show them what?
I don't know. You got anything you want to show?
I think I've got anything sure.
Oh no, you're actually getting something for Christmas though that I will be reviewing. That statue.
Alright, well.
Yeah, that statue that makes your hat that literally stinks of copper. That copper statue where literally my hands smelt of it for a good half an hour afterwards. Now I'm not going to say what it is because I'll actually review it, but afterwards I don't know if it's official or not.
It's not official licensed, but it's made by like a proper company.
Yeah, but it's not officially okay. That's interesting that, but it's Doctor Who related.
It is Doctor Who related.
Very yeah. But we'll see.
Classic, shall we say?
That's not really much of a hint, really.
I don't know what. I'll have a look, see if we've got any to find. Have anything?
Actually, you. Like, the thing is, like, people think I don't take care of my Doctor Who stuff. Like, you, though. You.
I'm worse. I mean, I'm better than I was.
Yeah, but you'll. Yeah, but, you know.
I don't think I have anything that hasn't. Unless you want me to get the movie Dalek micro plug-in things.
Yours are loose, aren't they?
No, you're refastening them.
Oh. Nah, well, people, I've done reviews on them. I don't think there's anything else then.
Maybe.
No, oh, we got another.
Yeah, it's from my friend.
PC Alpha. PC is Alpha.
In some aspects.
I'm not. Thing is though, even though I have a gaming laptop, I still prefer consoles. I still prefer consoles because PC, I guess ugh.
I'm also crap at keyboard.
Oh, I hate key. Well, you can use a control, but even so, like, the thing is, what I like is the cartoony 3D platformer.
Okay.
Because that's what I grew up with as well. What's that? I miss Telltale games. They were good. Yeah. To this day, I still haven't completed the Back to the Future game. I've only done episode 1. I keep meaning to go back to it now.
Got another question.
Hmm?
If you could have any Dalek turned into a 5.5-inch figure, what one would you choose? I don't know if that means you can have any Dalek or one of the 3 3/4 ones upscaled.
Well, most apart from the Power Dalek and stuff. I think actually, you know what? I know what it would be. It would be the movie Daleks.
Yeah.
Like actual, particularly from the second film. I would love the red and silver Commander movie Dalek from Dalek's Invasion Earth, 2150 AD. That one. I love that one. That was one of my favourites, if not my favourite. I just love that one. Although I wouldn't want that just on its own. You know, I'd want it to be, you know, all of them.
My friends are still with PC. You can get all the games that are on console with optimization.
That's
so
a lie.
Better and smoother.
That's a lie. Actually, you can't because some are exclusive. Like, to be honest, quite a lot of the games I have are actually PlayStation exclusives. So no, you can't. Also, to be honest, I'm not as bothered about how smooth something is. To be honest, like I could. Plus, also, I like having physical copies of things. I like having my physical copies. In PC, you don't always get that. I don't know. It just doesn't have the same personality. I mean, it's like with when new albums come out. Like I buy the vinyl record, and if they have it, I'll also buy the cassette of the album as well. You know, and if they have multiple versions of the vinyl record, I'll sometimes buy multiple versions.
And I've got a call.
Yeah, you go take that. But I'll buy multiple versions of it, even though I know I'll be spending a fortune because that is. But I just like having a physical thing. It's just when you have something digital. I don't know. You have less of a. For me personally, you just have less of a personal connection to it. Than you would. Plus, there's not really. Plus, also a lot of the time. You know, you'll never get an interesting story on how you bought something digitally, as well. I can tell you a bunch of stories on how, you know, I bought this figure or this thing, or this DVD or this Blu-ray. There's a lot of stories you could tell on how this came about. With a digital copy, it's like, how'd you buy it? Oh, I bought it. You know, I bought it from the online service, and that was it. You know, I think there's just less of a personal connection. Plus, also, you can't sell it afterwards if you wanted to. I remember I saw when a lot of the DVDs were coming out that I actually had the VHSs of. I actually sold the VHSs of. For example, I remember I got back in the day when Attack of the Cybermen came out on DVD. I remember I sold my VHS for £10, and essentially that paid for most of the DVD because the DVD was £15 back in I think it was back in 2009 that was released. I think, but essentially, otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to afford that.
The Monster of Monsters said the movie Daleks were a good choice. And my friend again, he said, fair enough, but every game he is way too competitive at, so he can't really play a console.
Yeah, well, I'm not a competitor.
He's a single-player gamer.
Yeah, I prefer the more story-based driven as well, but also, I play it on a TV.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I like having the more immersive experience. Like, be honest, I like more sort of lounging around when I'm playing the game. I don't like to be sitting up at a desk like this. Cause it feels for me that feels more like work. I don't know. It's just like the kind of thing. Like when I'm sitting at my laptop, like my laptop is not really my sit back and relax device. That is more like, right, this is what I use to edit videos. This is what I use to, rip my Blu-rays and stuff like that. That is more like, that is what I do use to, edit my CV and apply for jobs. It's not really my relaxation device. That's like my TV and my tablets and my phone.
Patrick Pertwee says, do you still watch Jodie's Doctor?
No, and I'm literally debating whether I'll watch Revolution of the Daleks. The only reason I'm thinking of watching it is to do a video on it. That's the only reason I would watch it, because otherwise I would be... I would have been done after Series 11 if it wasn't for doing the YouTube. That was literally the only reason for watching Series 12.
Reese says, you ever played any of the Hitman games? I'm guessing...
No.
Is that more direct to me? I would have thought you'd already know if you did.
Okay, yeah.
Well, if it's for me, then no. No, I haven't. I've been tempted, but no.
No. I can't remember whether this is mine or not. It might be.
Patrick Pertwee also says, are the current line of Samsung phones worth getting?
Depends on what you care about. Because for me, I'm very OCD. I actually do have OCD, like proper OCD, being diagnosed with it. Now, I refuse to upgrade my phone from an 08 because I cannot stand notches and cutouts, camera cutouts. So I refuse to upgrade. But if you're fine with that, then yeah, why not?
Ellis again says, but my PC is so expensive, so I don't know if it would be worth. I have a 144 Hz monitor and sit at my desk for more than 5 hours.
Yeah, for me, actually, I've got a chair that reclines back and actually has a footrest pull-out. But to be honest, I don't like sitting in my chair for eons and eons. I'd rather lie on my bed. It's just more comfortable. But, I mean, my TV, it supports 120 frames. So it is 120 Hz at least. I don't know if it supports 144, because I know they were talking about it through an update, so I don't know if it does or doesn't, but it has HDMI 2.1, which does support 4K at 120 frames a second. So if I did get a PS5 or anything, it can support that.
Patrick Pertwee says, which model of Samsung would you get? I'm guessing a phone.
Well, in terms of phone, I've got a Note 8. If I didn't have a Note 8, then I'd probably get a Note 9, because they're a really good price at the minute, because I can't stand notches or cutouts. If you didn't mind that, then a Note 10 is a really good price, or if you're not bothered about the S Pen, then go for the S line. They're much cheaper generally. But yeah, I mean, you've got an S8.
Yeah. I probably will have for another.
But for me, the thing is, like generally phones from year to year, even now phones from year to year upgrades don't really make sense because there's not massive improvement. I mean, to be honest, the Note 20 Ultra is not a night and day improvement on the Note 8, I'd say. Like, I'm waiting for them to get for the technology to finally develop for good enough for the under-screen cameras underneath the displays. Once we get Samsung phone to them, that's when I'll upgrade. But generally, you're paying over $1,000 for phones if you get them outrightly brand new, I mean, my TV was cheap. My TV, I'll have a lot longer. So, plus those, I mean, to be fair, I use my phone every day as well, so, it just depends, like, for me, I make investments in things, like, for example, I bought a 4K camera last year, like, a 4K mirrorless camera, the Panasonic G7, and, that was £330 on sale. But, I'm going to be using that camera for years to come, so it is worth it in that regard. I mean, my laptop was on sale for £750. It was normally 1,100, I think, or 1,200, so I got on a massive discount. But again, I'll be using that for years. So, it's just like, and my TV, £926 and 10 pence. No, 26 pence. Which again, I'll be using for at least 5 years, because that's how long the warranty lasts. So, for me, I buy more expensive things, but they end up lasting longer, so it's worth the money. So, that's how I generally view things, Generally, you pay for what you get, but never buy expensive bloody cables, because it's not worth it. In fact, I actually use Poundland USB-C charging cables, and I've had them for bloody years, and they still work fine. So, yeah.
We'll cut on questions so far.
So I'll end on
that point where we just have to either chat.
Is that the end of them?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as I say, if there's any more questions, it can literally be anything. You can just plop them in. Plop them in?
That's what
plop them in, and just put them in. Oh, look, we've got 10 viewers.
12.
That says 10 on there. That's
12 on here.
Yeah, but that's also a slight delay. On here,
it keeps going up and down anyway.
On here, there we go. In that corner, that's the most accurate, because that's line as it goes. Oh, we went to 13. Hey.
Very good. Although most of them click on,
watch for a couple of seconds. Fuck this. Go off. Go watch something better. Just like wasting your lives, just watching us get bloody hell. 45%. 45%.
We need a charger.
Go grab a charger. Yeah, the back. Yeah, that's the problem with doing live streams off your phone. It drains the battery like hell, because I was at 97% when we started. So yeah, this thing bloody drains your battery like there's no tomorrow.
And the good thing is we've got some kind of question again. Oh, we've got a few. Very good.
Yeah. There.
Oh, and Bobby's coming. Hello.
There we go. Just check that. Yeah, we're fast. Okay.
Alright, questions then.
Okay.
How many Dalek Invasion of Earth Daleks do you own?
Well, in terms of B&M sets, I got 3 of those sets, but I do have 2 of the original sound effects drones from that one, and I've got 2 sealed colour ones of the original 2009 Supreme release, a single loose Supreme release of the original release, and I do have the black and white version as well. I can't remember. Okay, so that's... In terms of Daleks from that story, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 total from that story.
And then Patrick Pertwee says, picked up a War Games Troughton set yesterday. Good news, the door isn't bent.
God, you are bloody lucky, like.
I still don't know yet.
Yeah, yours will be. It will be. So either you're being extremely lucky, or maybe they've fixed it on the second batch. I don't know. I'll have to have a look, actually. I'll actually go into a store and have a... What if they do go on sale, I might pick another one up if I see one with a straight-looking door. Because, to be honest, it's very hard to tell when it's in the box.
Yeah.
So only when you open it and push the door forward and you go, hang on a minute. But it's kind of like with the roofs. Like, for example, my Shada TARDIS, well, the first one I got anyway, has a remarkably perfectly flat roof. Like, it doesn't dip, it isn't concave, it doesn't dip in the middle, it's completely flat. Which is a rarity, but generally a lot of the time it's just like how it came out of the moulding.
I'll tell you what as well. The other day, I was watching our live stream, Facebook live stream.
Oh, from years
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate myself in it. I'm there.
I hate yourself as well. Oh, you hate yourself in it.
Yeah, it's just awful to watch.
Yeah, that was actually when I won that Imperial Dalek off eBay. My first one.
No, I've got one.
Well, you're getting one for Christmas. Is it for Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, and I
tried to buy it off Mum, but she wouldn't let us.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got 2 Product Enterprise radio-controlled Imperials. One loose, one brand new boxed. Yeah. And I do really like that one, actually. I think that one was exclusive to the Sci-Fi Collector. I think that's why. Yeah, that's why it's one of the rarer ones, because it was an online exclusive to a site that not many people would know about. Like the most common ones you see are like the 6sek's Silver, the Remembrance Supreme, and generally like stuff like the Genesis. I'd say probably after that.
Yeah, that Remembrance Supreme I see a lot.
Yeah, because that was among the first 3 released and just kept being reissued.
If anyone's a football fan, Everton have scored.
Okay, I am not. He is. I'm not into any sports whatsoever.
Ryan, a package arrived from Zoom. Just there. What?
Oh, that's Reese?
Yeah.
That's Reese's birthday present. He's getting I've got him the Johnny English films, the first 2. There's one on offer on Blu-ray.
I have the.
You have the 3rd one.
Yeah, I have Blu-ray.
But he said he's going to send us the rips. So.
SCP Animation says, I want a 9th Doctor figure from the Lone Dalek episode with the gun. I'm guessing it means the machine gun. The big blaster.
Yeah, that was actually a figure that was released. Not the blaster, though. That was a 2008 San Diego Comic-Con, which is the green V-neck with the line going up the jumper, the arrow.
It goes for stupid money.
I actually do have one, and I opened it, and I kind of regret it.
Yeah.
But, he wore that jumper in Dalek. He also wore it in Father's Day and the Long Game.
Mr. Valeska has said,
oh yes,
this is a long one. I don't know you don't. I know you don't like Jodie's era of Doctor Who. I hate it also. But are you going to watch Resolution of the Daleks on Christmas because you're not allowed
to call it a Christmas special now. They call it a festive special.
Make exceptions for Dalek stories.
I'll watch it because I'm gonna make a video on it. And plus it's Nicholas Briggs, and Nicholas Briggs never gives a bad performance, so I'll watch it for that. I
will also probably watch it. I
just realised these have 2 different outputs.
Or maybe it was on 11. Very nice.
Yeah, what the fuck? Just press play just to make sure.
I'm so far behind.
Nah, well, one window, I'll close it.
Where's...
Just check. Okay, so it's still running. Okay, that's good.
That was quite up to date as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna more game, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You read where we're at.
Yeah, yeah, for that. SCP Animation says, I want a Revolution of the Daleks toy.
Okay.
And the toy box of Rassilon says, greetings.
I couldn't care less. So, I want one. So, yeah. Well, saying that, if we do get NSD's re-released, then okay, that'll be nice. But I think they'll probably do that in the B&M range anyway.
And then woke up for now. We're all caught up for now.
Caught up. I'm sounding really nasally because I got my nose blacked up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so hard to see if you can see me because I can't actually see myself.
I can see you. You're in the corner.
The brightness is so far down I can't see.
Yeah, well, that's two things. One, to avoid screen burn.
We have some more.
And two, because, you know, I don't want the battery to suck faster than it's charging.
The toy box of Rassilon says, personally, I'd like some more Cyberman variants. So would I.
We still haven't had either Earthshock or Attack Cyber Leader. And also, they could do an Attack Cyber Controller very, very easily. Because it would literally just be a head swap. I mean, they're not going to give him the big belly he has in that story. But, you know, I still can't believe to this day we haven't. But who knows, maybe they will.
We haven't had many releases of classic Cybermen.
Also, really would like to see the Revenge Cybermen figures get a re-release. That would be nice.
I wanted that, yeah.
Yeah, maybe if they do it maybe with a Season 12 Fourth Doctor, or maybe a Harry variant in a 3-pack. That would be nice. Or I'm trying to think of other Cybermen. I mean, the Tomb Cyberman, yeah, could done the rounds a bit. I'm trying to think what classic one, because we had the Silver Nemesis ones last year. It would be nicer to get a standard Earthshock one again. Maybe a 5th Doctor with an Earthshock Cyberman and a Cyber Leader.
Reese has said, why does Nathan's hair look like a matted toilet brush? I mean, thanks.
Because he doesn't wash it that much.
I washed it the other day.
The other day?
Yeah, literally like yesterday. Head and Shoulders.
Actually, we need more shampoo. We'll have to get some more.
Mr. Valeska says, what is your dream B&M 3-pack? It has to be based on New Who stories.
Oh. So for one, it can't be Daleks if it's a 3-pack.
Well, unless they make a variant of this box.
And it has to be stuff, you know, that is stop him from biting himself.
Oh, Bobby.
It has to be stuff that's either already released or could be released, like repaints or a head swap. Yeah. Maybe a new head sculpt. You bringing him over?
Yeah. The dog.
Bobby! Who's a good boy you are.
What were you picking then?
Okay, I'll pick a Doctor figure.
Okay.
And
2 villains.
Or companion. In terms of the Doctor figure, I think it would have to be sugar. I'm trying to have a think. 12th Doctor, but the red velvet, however, with a waistcoat, and there is a way to do that. So that'd be nice. Oh, in terms of the other two figures, I would like to see... I don't know, because did that all be from the same era?
I would have thought so.
The thing is, like, there's not many figures from that era. There's not many figures from that era. I'm just having to think, because it's like new series. It's like, most new series stuff, I'm just not that bothered. Really.
I mean, there is a new series figure that I would like to see a re-release of.
What?
The Vesper form.
Oh, yeah. No, that won't happen, because that was a collecting building figure. So, yeah. Plus, it's like, nah. Plus, they were bloody cheap about it, like, because they released all of the Series 4 figures, and then they literally just re-released them all with bits of the Vesper form, so I was just like, fuck this. Because there was 12 figures you had to buy to get that bloody Vesper form, and at the time the figures were... I can't remember if they were $7.99 or $8.99 each by that point.
Maybe for me, 10th Doctor with the 3D glasses on.
Right.
If possible, Vesper form.
Right.
And then a Stolen Earth Supreme Dalek.
Yeah.
Not going to happen, but if it's a
can't have the no.
Hey. He says, what is your dream B&M 3-pack?
I mean, if it was just Daleks...
Oh, well, you can make many.
From the new series, because I really want a new series Supreme from The Witch's Familiar in its, more metallic finish. That would be nice.
Well, with The Witch's Familiar, you could have a lot of nice Daleks.
Well, not as many as you think.
Although they would all have to have blue.
No, not all, and one doesn't have it.
Just the one. Shall we move on?
Yeah, just move on. I can't think of really any. I'm not.
The toy box of Rassilon says, Revenge, Tomb, Urshock, and Mondasian all need re-releases.
Thing is though, until until recent years, most people just called it 10th Planet Cyberman. It isn't until like the last 5 years that people started calling them Mondasian Cyberman. Because literally, I remember when the figure was released, people just referred to it as a 10th Planet Cyberman. Although technically now that would be called the 9th planet. Although, the story is set in 1986. So technically back then it would still be the 10th planet. But, yeah. I mean, to be honest though, the 10th Planet Cyberman and the Tomb Cyberman and even the Invasion Cyberman were released at B&M back in, I think, was it 2012, 2013?
Something like that. They just steal.
2013 it was re-released. Because, I remember they just re-released something. It was only a tenner for all three in a 3-pack.
SCP animation says, does the dog taste good? He looks delicious.
Don't be mean to Bobby.
You've gone too far there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's lovely, aren't you, Bobby? You're a good boy, aren't you? No biting yourself, come on. I know you're itchy.
Oh my! The man himself!
Who?
Mr. Scott says, do you fancy getting some big chief figures?
Is that actually?
Yeah.
That is actually Mr. Scott.
Well, if it's not, then...
If someone just called the exact same name.
I'd imagine it's him.
Well, the thing is, I was tempted by the season 18 Tom Baker.
Yeah.
But there was a few inaccuracies to him. I don't know. The thing is, though, they are going to be doing a Genesis Dalek. And that might be the thing that, depending on the price, that might be the thing that makes me go, yeah, all right, I'll go for that. But they did make CGI mock-ups when they did the Season 18 Tom, which looked woefully inaccurate, but we'll see. Daleks, if they do that, and they are, incredibly accurate, and they're, around the £200 mark, then all right. I'm not paying like $400-500 for something like that. That'd be just far too much for me to justify the money. For someone around the £200 mark, as a one-off purchase, then yeah, okay, I could see it then fine for that, but just depending on price.
The toy box of Rassilon. I'd like some big Finish figures.
So would I.
And then underneath, Lucy Miller is possible or plausible.
I mean, they did do the Eagle Moss version, but yeah, it would be nice to have an Eagle Moss. I'm still surprised, that they haven't done more Big Finish Daleks.
There's loads.
And actually today, I actually just finished listening to the 8th Doctor of the Time War Volume 4, which has a cliffhanger ending, which I will not spoil. But there's a major thing. There is a major thing that happens at the very end, like literally the last 30 seconds of that story. That I'm not going to spoil, but you will need context for. But yeah, like that. I shouldn't say any more. I'm not going to spoil it.
Mr. Valeska says, which History of the Daleks figure set are you most looking forward to? For me, it's the Power of the Daleks one, as the Power of the Daleks I've always wanted. Pretty much.
I am actually really looking forward to Power. I would like Mutant Suit, but also that 60s Dalek, with the slacks, and also to have the accurate, because I do have one Power sound effects Dalek. I've only got the one, but I would love to have, an army of them. In terms of others, because the thing is, I've got an army of Genesis Daleks. Even though that I would love to see more of them, I do already have, a mini army of them. But Power, yes. Which is why I'm looking forward to the Chase, because, next we were probably going to get a standard, 60s one with the Hartnell gun, so that would be nice. With the accurate dome lights and eye scope this time around, hopefully.
The Toy Box of Rassilon says, thanks for not spoiling it. I've only managed to get to Time War 2.
Yeah, actually, I've spent a load of money, because I pre-ordered, I actually haven't mentioned this, but I actually pre-ordered the 10th Doctor Dalek Universe vinyl record plus CD bundle, which cost me, guess how much that cost me?
I remember you telling me, but I can't, hang on.
For all of them.
Can I have a clue?
Yes, over 100.
I knew that.
No, this is another one. That was for the 9th Doctor.
No. I heard you saying this.
The delivery was £15.
What, are you including that?
Yeah, I'm including the delivery. The delivery was £15, so this is for the vinyl plus CD. Because the vinyl on its own would have been £100. And they said, for this much more you can have the CDs with it. And I thought,
guess 145.
A bit less, £127.
Okay.
So that's, I think there's going to be 3 of them or 4 at the Dalek Universe's release, but basically it was an extra £12 to get the CDs for all of the volumes as an add-on. So I thought, for that price, I booked £15 delivery. Whoa, that is expensive.
It's almost like American prices.
That is expensive, but to be honest, as I said before, like, I don't mind paying, for physical releases if I think they're up to the quality. Like, to be honest, that might sound expensive, but each volume is 3 vinyl records.
I better go and check what he's doing.
Yeah, go check what he's doing. But each one is 3 vinyl records, and each vinyl record Like, for example, if you were to buy an album, like your average cost of a vinyl record album is normally £20 to £25. So, you know, when you look at it that way, it's not a bad price. I mean, individually, they're £35 each. I don't know if the Ninth Doctor Adventures from Big Finish are still in stock for the vinyl, because I know they're limited to 1,000. And actually, this Friday coming up, Asda will have their first of 6 Big Finish exclusive coloured vinyl records, which only 99 Asdas throughout the country, throughout the UK actually, I should say, are actually getting them. The only 2 near me are Sunderland and Blythe. And Sunderland I do not want to go to, because that is one of the worst areas for COVID in the UK, so I feel sorry for Rob Ritchie. Although I don't know if he buys them. Is Bobby okay?
Yeah, I've got him. I'm just feeding him.
You're just feeding him, alright. Where were you at in the questions?
Hang on, I'm back in a second, just chat.
Just chat. Yeah, but, you know, you could buy the digital copy for, you know, £20 on Big Finish for each one, which would be a total of either 60 or 80. I can't remember if there's 3 or 4. But, you know, I just like having something tangible, and vinyl records just have something more special to me. Anyway, you were.
Oh, God. We're up to date still. I'll check. Yeah, we're up to date.
Okay, with the questions.
Indeed.
So, what was the last one, yeah?
About not spoiling.
But if Mr. Scott is still watching, if you would like me to pick up a Troughton TARDIS for you from B&M, then let me know, because literally every B&M I go to, that I go to at least, has loads of them. The one in Whitley Bay doesn't have anything. That is like the worst B&M there is. But literally every other one I go to generally has loads of them.
Favourite Big Finish story from Joshua? I don't know, say your last name.
My favourite Big Finish story is Master. I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise to people who know me. I mean, I do love Jeffrey Beaver's Master, but also it is a really dark story as well. It's similar in a way to Ghost, like, in terms of, like, atmosphere and that. But my second favourite is actually Davros. Plus, they're a great starting point if you've never listened to Big Finish. And also, you can actually listen to them for free on Spotify. If you have Spotify, you can listen to them on there. The first 50 of Big Finish's releases are on there. So you can listen to them on there. Or if not, it's $2.99 to buy a digital copy, although it does regularly go on sale. In fact, Davros is actually on sale right now for £1.49. In fact, all of Big Finish's Davros stories are currently on sale, so, you know, go and get them, although I already own all of them.
The Toy Box of Rassilon says, my B&M has everything except the Dalek sets now, I think. And then Joshua is now Goth. I know, spell that, say that now. Toy Box of Rassilon then said, I hope they get reduced soon, because I need some spare figures.
I think they will get, I don't know, because the only thing I'm thinking they're not, because normally I think they would have been reduced by now. The only reason I don't think they are is A, they're being extremely successful, but B, also, I think it's also, you know, due to COVID. You know, B&M might not be able to afford, because I know John Lewis, you know, they can't afford to give their staff Christmas bonuses this year. And stuff, and a lot of places are struggling. I mean, B&M is one of the few places that did remain open. It never closed during COVID and lockdown.
Joshua Goff says, I do love Davros. So
Yeah.
good. And then Mr. Valeska says, what is your favourite New Who story and cliffhanger? Mine is Utopia, and the best cliffhanger is the master reveal at the end.
Well, the master reveal I saw coming, so I watched it. So for me, it was still a good cliffhanger. For me, my favourite new series story is Dalek. Yeah, surprise, surprise. In terms of cliffhangers, the thing is though, it doesn't seem effective now when rewatching it, but when this was broadcast, the Stolen Earth cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like, when that happened, literally, it was literally at school, I remember, it was non-stop discussed. Like, that cliffhanger was very effective. It's not really effective now, obviously, because we know what happens. I mean, you could say that for any cliffhanger. Like, when you know what happens, the cliffhanger's nowhere near as effective. But at the time, that was a shocker.
I also love in that story where the Daleks are revealed with just a message.
Yeah, although saying that clip actually came out before the episode was out, so...
Yeah, but that was a very...
Although we already knew the Daleks were going to be in it because it was teased in trailers.
But I love that. We're up to date, so...
Yeah, I mean, what about you?
For me, favourite story... I mean, to be honest, anything from 1 to 4 that has Daleks in I quite like. But I would agree with Dalek, and I also really like The Stolen Earth and Journey's End. Cliffhanger-wise, I'm not too sure.
Well, I'm just talking about the cliffhanger for Stolen Earth. In
Well,
terms of a story, it's not... In terms of a story, it's a bit of a mess.
yeah.
But it's still enjoyable, but...
Obviously, I don't remember watching them at the time. So
yeah, because you were only... At the time, you had only just turned 4.
So I don't really remember the cliffhanger at the time, so it doesn't...
Yeah, because
effect.
you'd only just turned 4 at the time, and I mean at the time I was only 9.
Joshua Goff says, "Are you going to dare try and customize the Jungles of Mechanus?
No.
With all of the claws that people have released."
Oh, with the claw. Actually, I am going to be at some point sent some claws. I mean, it's not. It's not. I thought you meant as in fully blown customizing them, but in terms of removing the plunger, because I'm not going to do the thing where people snip the plunger off.
No, that's true.
I'm just going to remove, the full plunger out of it, out of its ball joint, and then swap it. Because then, if I ever want to go back, then I can.
The Monster of Monsters says, I may dare to make the red and black Daleks from them. Good luck. Is all I can say.
Well, to be honest, the red Dalek, you'd have to get the claw for that. I mean, if you swapped it for Dalek with slacks, then you could make the red Dalek and the black Dalek from the second film. Yeah, the Supreme Dalek in the first film is the only Dalek with a camera lens and torch in its eye that has a plunger.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Valeska says, how would you feel about another Dalek and Cyberman crossover episode in New Who? I personally love Doomsday, however the Dalek vs Cybermen action in that story was underwhelming. We need better battles.
Yeah, I guess I know. Zap, zap, and as I say, that's it. It would be interesting, but it depends who does it. Plus, I think it was very one-sided.
Personally, I would love, like, a massive Time War movie. But
Nah,
that's never going to happen.
I don't think so. Nah, I don't. First, I think I prefer to keep more of the mystery to it. And with audio, I think it, even though it does explain quite a few things, it does still keep quite of a mystery because you have to, visualize it in your head.
The Monster of Monsters says, my plan is to pick off as many of the Mechanist Daleks
You're
as
just
possible.
off camera there.
Okay, that's better. My plan is to pick off as many of the Mechanist Daleks as possible for a cheaper price and convert them to 2 red and 2 black Daleks.
Right.
He said he put convert the number 2 and then 2 next to it, the word.
Yeah.
Joshua Goff says, I'd just try and use Invasion Earth Daleks for the for that Monsters of
Are they not?
Check, make sure there's no one at the door. The latest message.
What?
It's the latest message if you want to read it.
Joshua got asked, I just try and use Dark Invasion of Earth for that Monsters and Monsters. Much more available and less upset if things go wrong. Yeah. So is there a dog across the road or something?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another one. Monsters and Monsters.
I mean, the good thing is, since the Jungles of Mechna set, is released, then people can literally make molds of those dome lights.
Yeah.
So, you can mold them in different colours.
The Monster of Monsters says, true, but I only have 3 available to me. I'm guessing that means the Invasion Daleks.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I don't know, I'm just kind of dazed at the minute. Still got 6 people watching.
My phone has gone off.
Your phone's gone off.
I mean, it's been on a while.
Yes. So is mine. It's been live streaming this entire time. Are we all caught up? Are we all caught up?
Well, apart from, I think they're more discussing towards each other's. There's someone already selling the dome lights on eBay in 2 different colours.
Oh, they were actually up before the Jungles of Mechanus were up. They were selling them before they actually came out, so they're actually not moulded from those. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
The ones on eBay that are in the different colours, they're not actually moulded from these because they actually were on eBay before then because they were 3D printed.
Yeah.
Because there were actually some pretty decent ones that were made before they actually came out. Though the character ones are the most accurate ones so far.
Do you want to see what I've just bought as well?
I know some people are thinking of actually making some to customise their product enterprise ones, which, I mean, I personally wouldn't, because, I don't want to mess with my product enterprise ones, because they're pretty expensive and pretty rare. Plus, I like things to be in their original condition anyway.
Talking of the Silver Chrome Dalek, that one sold for £77 plus postage.
That's not bad. I mean, I paid $75 for mine.
That was brand new in box as well.
So was mine. However, I did have to open it. Because my Chrome Movie Dalek, the 13-inch one, RC one, I did actually have to open it because the batteries had started corroding, and the corrosion had nearly reached the Dalek. So I didn't want it to get on there, so I did decide to bite the bullet and open it. Plus, also the front window plastic actually come off because the glue had dried on it.
Joshua Goss says, I'd never touched my product enterprise sets with a brush.
A brush? Okay.
I don't know what I mean. But that's what
I'm assuming he means a paintbrush?
That's what I bought. Just for you to see.
You bought that?
Yeah, it's a canvas.
Yeah, I know. He bought that. My brother bought this.
It wasn't too bad price. £15 plus postage.
Yeah.
It's quite big, I think.
It's I've actually seen them. It's
about, I think he said 60 centimeters, roughly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as massive as some things are, but it's like...
Okay, here we go, another thing.
So it's actually a poster in a frame.
If character options could only make 2 more Doctor Who sets, don't say that. Oh, and then... But had no restrictions for new tooling or license issues, what would you want them to be? It could even be TARDIS playsets.
Ooh. 2 sets.
2.
Thing is though, there's no restrictions.
Yeah. Every Dalek from ever created.
Okay, we'll be fair, we'll add a bit of realism.
So hang on. If it's character options, we'll say...
Okay, I would like, and this is feasible. Okay?
Max 4-pack of Daleks.
Yeah, so I would say a 4-pack of Daleks from the second Peter Cushing film as a 4-pack. And then I would like a William Hartnell TARDIS playset from particularly the Edge of Destruction. I think it looks then. Or from the Chase, because from the Chase you have the time-space visualizer. So either from either of those, so that's what I'd like.
If you want an answer from me, the movie Daleks, like he said, because they just look nice to begin with.
From the second film?
Yeah, just that nice 4-pack.
Yeah.
And then it gets tougher for me from there, because it's tough to think of something that they would actually somehow release.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be like, okay, do a TARDIS playset like that.
Okay, TARDIS playset.
That's what they're suggesting.
I would like a full, not full size, but like a big enough size one for a Dalek ship space toys playset.
Classic on you.
Ooh. I would like the classic one from Evil of the Daleks with the Emperor in there.
That's not a ship.
Whatever it is.
That's Scarrow.
I've not watched it or even saw anything from it. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where I'm up to. Oh.
Huh?
I'd say a War Games TARDIS playset from Greece.
Yeah, but the War Games TARDIS interior is a bit basic. It's literally just the console and you have the scanner and the walls. Like, it's literally the same as the Hartnell one, but there's less in there. So, I would like it to be, have more stuff in there. Yeah.
I miss playsets. They were actually, like, the original ones.
Yeah, but the last playsets that came out were made of bloody cardboard. That was thinner than the cardboard the boxes were made out of.
One when it came out. Wow.
Yeah, he got that before me and he bloody broke it.
I can't have been old though.
No, you weren't. It was 2008. I think.
So I was a max of 4 years old.
You might have even... Actually, yeah, you got for your 4th birthday.
There you go.
You broke it. I was so annoyed because I wanted one. I did eventually obviously get one. I actually got mine in 2010 or 2011
and if you
off
live in
eBay
Blackpool,
for a tenner.
iCollectibles has a lot of them.
Yeah, I remember though, do you remember they were in Forbidden Planet and they just had stacks of them? The re-released version, I mean.
I remember when you used to go in Forbidden Planet and just see lots of different things. You had the toys, You had the prop kind of things, like the universal remotes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You had all sorts.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I remember the first time when I went from Implanet, they had literally half the shop was Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah. No, what I used, do you remember the massive wall in Toys R Us?
Oh yeah, that back wall, and I literally went up, had this massive like cardboard cutouts that went up to the ceiling. Oh god, I remember that. That was when Doctor Who toys were like top of their game.
Toys R Us, blast from the past now.
I'd say like 2008 was the peak year of couch options Doctor Who toys, because we had the classic series stuff coming out, the series 4 figures, you know, they had a massive variety. I'd say 2011 was their worst year in terms of quality control. Those series 6 figures,
What year did the build Puma the Cyber leader?
Cybermen, 2008.
Yeah. If you could design a monster figure 3-pack that haven't had figures before and can use all new tooling for every Doctor's era, what would they be? Wow, that's a long
Answer.
That's a very long answer.
Excuse me. It's difficult for the first Doctor because there's not many monsters from his era, you know, that aren't essentially Daleks. I mean, you've got Zabi, but yeah, you know, I'll skip the first Doctor era because Pack Shouting is, you know, the era known for monsters. So I would like the Wheeling Space Cyberman. That'd be nice. I'd like the Ice Lord Ice Warrior from Seeds of Death. And for a third figure, I would have a Yeti. For John Pertwee, let's see, for John Pertwee, I'm just having to think. Blah, 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 blah. For John Pertwee, I would have a Silurian. I would have a, let's say, Silurian. See, being released. Oh god, I'm trying to think of ones that haven't been released. Oh my god, no. Silurian Lynx has been released. It's like Silurian. Silent.
The Death of the Dalek with the correct.
No, it has to be monsters. Has to be monsters. Daleks are kind of in their own category. Silurian.
Could be here a while.
I know, it's gonna be here a while. It's like Silurian. Agador, and Alpha Centauri. There we go.
Mr. Velasco, why did you ask this question?
Tom Baker era, we'll get a bit more straightforward with the Baker era in terms of monsters, because generally they're from, you know, his first 3 years. So I would like an Eldrad. I would like a Wirrin. And for a third figure. For monster, what's a good classic monster from his era?
Who? What one?
Tom Baker's. I'm just trying to think of a third one that hasn't been released.
What did you say? I wasn't listening. I was looking at the chat.
Oh, I said, Wirrin and what was the other one I said?
No, can we skip this question?
Oh. I'll finish Tom Baker and then we'll be done. Ooh, that was ooh. I'm gonna wash my sleeve.
Brilliant, you're left with me.
Yeah.
The Monster of Monsters has said Toys R Us isn't gone fully, but it's sad it's vanished from countries like the UK and USA. Yes, it is sad. Toys R Us was amazing. For a long while anyway. $50 Jungles and Mechana sets at once. How do you have that sort of money? And if you do remember who that is, can you please let me know? I would like to see that happen.
Oh, I just remember Wirrin, Eldrad, and Rutan.
Okay.
There we go, for argument's sake.
Apparently, to SCP Animation, he saw someone buy 50 Jungles of Mechana sets at once.
Okay, so 50.
50.
I mean, 10 would cost you £240, 250 really.
Mm.
So, you know, that, fucking hell, they must have money.
1,250 pounds.
Who said that?
SCP Animation.
Right. Like, unless they actually showed the receipt, like the order receipt, then, yeah, I wouldn't believe it. Were there any questions while I was gone?
Not questions, just chatting. So, the Monster says, I got 2, but 1 is staying in its box forever.
Yeah, I'll have 4.
I
1
also
is
got 2.
You open both, though.
Yeah, because the first one's quality control was bad, so I wanted...
Do you want to open them? Yeah.
What?
Do you open that?
If you want to.
Yeah, let's open my brother's. It's already open.
This is the second one.
Yeah, well, I'm the normally known. Like, where do you actually keep these?
Wherever.
Because I saw them on your bed last time.
That's because I was using them.
Where do you keep them now?
I'm trying to find a space in the drawer.
In the oh, you mean your chest of drawers?
Yeah.
What?
I just don't know whether I'll be able to fit these.
The weird thing is, when you feel them, they have a sort of, I don't know, weird finish to them, like almost.
I was wrong. It was not 50. I thought so.
Yeah.
How many was it?
No. I've still got washing up.
It was only 40. Only 45.
I've got to wash my hands. I've still got washing up.
Only 45. Well, for me, that's still a lot of money. Well, too much money. There you go. Where's this picture post? I would like to see it myself. I'm sure Ryan would want to see it as well. If you could link in the chat, that would be great.
Bobby. Hello, Bobby. You want to come on the live stream, Bobby, again? He's like, yes, yes, yes. Let's go on the live stream.
He's finding the link to this post of these 45 sets. We've been doing this for literally in 2 seconds time, 2 hours.
Oh, little baby.
I don't think he wants to be up there for too long.
Yeah. Hmm? There you go. Oh.
I also noticed on that one dome light is significantly darker.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I've noticed that on a few of mine. I think it's just how much clear injection molding they put in.
Reese says, God to us, the Dalek and the plunger and the gun are the wrong side.
To use, yeah, because it's flipped. I don't know if he wants to be in the garden. I'll let him in the garden. Want to be in the garden? Want to be in the garden? There you go. Oh, my foot bloody hurts. Actually, something I've never mentioned on video, I actually sprained my foot the other week, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, God.
What?
Mr. Valeska says, okay, so you're on the 5th Doctor onwards for my question now. No, we are not on the 5th Doctor. We have cancelled it. No, why don't you do the job and letting us know what you would pick?
No. No.
I'll just ignore it.
Nah. You move over that way. Let me back in.
To be fair, you can't see me because of a Dalek.
I'll move it. I have no idea whether... You know what? I'm going to put the brightness up because I've got no idea. Oh, okay. We're in focus. The Dalek isn't. Dalek is just kind of there. You got any more questions?
Oh, well, you've got a thing that probably applies to you in some way.
Okay.
I bloody hate people who buy loads of Doctor Who sets and don't leave any for anyone else.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, it's first come, first serve. Like, literally, do you know how much effort I go into when it comes to buying them bloody B&M sets? How many B&Ms I go to? Now, do I buy every single one in the shop?
You did for the history of the Dalek.
Yeah, because there's only one left. There was only one left at the time, but
well, apart from the...
If there's only one left, then yeah.
Apart from history of the Dalek set 2 ages, but... Was it 2 extra ones for the sake of it?
Oh, well, there was 2 left. So,
B&M in Blackpool had loads of them sets.
I know. But they only just come out. But I don't buy every single one. I never buy every single one.
Can't afford to.
Yeah, can't afford to for one. Although, to be honest, I don't really care, because for one, it depends what area you're in as well. Like, unless you live in the same area as us, then it doesn't really make a difference, really. Online, that's a different story. Okay, since he's not bothering to go out, I'm going to shut that door and you read out if there's any more questions.
Currently there is not. There's not been a lot of questions in a while, it's just been chatting along.
Banter.
Hi, Bobby.
Banter.
That word was banned in middle school, by the way.
In middle school?
The word banter was banned.
Why?
Because people used to hit people and then say, oh, it's just banter.
Then you should ban people from hitting people, not banter. The word banter isn't the problem, it's people hitting people.
And then he says, well, I'm guessing it's... I don't know if this is a term or an
Does it say scalper?
Yep.
You hate scalpers.
I don't know what that term is.
Scalpers are people who basically buy all the stock.
For the sake of it.
No. Buy all the stock and then sell it at a massive profit.
Doctor Who toys should be only one each.
No. Because that's unfair.
If you buy more than one set, they are guilty.
No. Okay. No. You've bought 2 of those. Like, I like to army build. You like to army build. Most Doctor Who fans like to army build.
Like, what's one extra set gonna hurt someone?
Also, if you don't live in the same area, so when it comes to the B&M 6, then unless you're planning to drive up here, then it won't make a bloody difference. But in terms of scalpers, what do I think on scalpers? Now, why are the prices... people get annoyed on scalpers for the prices being so high. The problem is, people get annoyed saying, why are scalpers charged... Oh, scalpers pay it. People pay it. You shouldn't be annoyed at the scalpers themselves in terms of that. You should be annoyed at the people who bloody pay it. Otherwise, the scalpers would not do that. Like, now, it's still annoying that scalpers still do that. Can't remember. I did actually go into B&M a couple of times and literally... Actually, when I got my original History of the Dalek set, there was a guy in front of me who literally had a trolley full of the brand new Doctor Who stuff. Literally a trolley, like, just full of them. Actually, no, it wasn't a trolley. It was... You know one of them things you normally see in IKEA, them... we went on it...
It's kind of just a trolley.
Flat
trolley.
Yeah. Well, literally just filled with them. But at the end of the day, it's their decision, But for the most part, I don't really care, because normally I do actually beat the scalpers, because I am literally, I stalk B&M. So,
Before it probably goes, Mr. Valeska says, okay, I think I have to go. Thanks for answering my questions. I really enjoy these live streams.
Is he allowed that? Is that his toy?
Yeah.
Okay.
We enjoyed answering them, apart from that last one.
To be honest, generally it's a case of, I'm not saying this as, the person, but a lot of the time the people who say, I hate people who buy more than one, a lot of the time they would buy multiple ones if they could afford it. The only reason they're angry is because they either can't be asked to put the effort in and go get them, or they can only afford to buy one, but if they could afford to buy multiple, then they would. I find that is a lot of the case. But
anyone who buys more than one is a scalper.
Well, no, because
somehow me, who's only just kind of got properly back into Doctor Who about a month ago.
Well, no, because scalping means you buy something and then you sell it. You buy loads of something to sell at a profit. If you buy loads of something to keep for yourself, that's not scalping. That's called hoarding. That's something completely different. Scalping is just about making money. Hoarding is when you've just got to have everything, loads. Like, you could call me a hoarder. Okay, fair enough.
No, you're just a whore.
I'm not a whore.
God's sake.
We're just watching Bobby roll around on the sexy.
Oh, here we go. I hate hoarders. I think I might have heard the door there.
Yeah.
Whoa. They're back.
Yeah, so we might wrap things up now.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. Should do more. They should do.
Yeah, we'll probably do one again soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
Did you leave your key in the door?
Nope.
Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll see you next time. Do you want to stop live stream? Yes.